I'm going to run through a little sequence for you to practice at home. So this sequence hopefully will last only maybe about 10 to 15 minutes. And it's basically a little kind of condensed version of what we do in a full-length class with all the basics. So we begin in our seated mountain pose. Feet firmly planted on the ground, toes spreading. With your bottom resting into the support of the chair, ideally shuffling forward enough so that your spine can be self-supporting. Crown of the head lifting upwards. Let your shoulders settle and rest on top of the rib cage. Palms of the hands resting on your thighs. So having connected with your posture, notice how your body feels. So always taking into consideration any difficulties we might have, any aches and pains we might have in the body right now. And just taking care of ourselves as we work through the movements. So it's always nice to begin a practice, however short that practice may be, with just a period of sitting and connecting and beginning to tune into your breath. And perhaps taking a few slower, deeper breaths. Feeling your rib cage expand on the inhalation and then soften and settle and release on the exhalation. Just a few deep breaths to begin. Just one more. Really letting go. And then opening your eyes. We'll start off with a little bit of joint movement. So let's just take one ankle forward and our opposite hand, and then begin to rotate. Just alternating your focus between sensations in the ankle and sensations in the wrist. Try changing direction. And as you move from time to time, just checking in with your breathing, just making sure that you're able to continuously breathe easily. And then switching sides. Maybe try slowing it down if it's becoming automatic and you're not really focusing on what you're doing. Try changing the pace of the movement. Good. And then down. And then from here, focusing on our shoulders. So it might be nice just to let the arms dangle, maybe even give them a nice shake out. Jiggle the arms, jiggle the hands. And then let the arms relax by your sides. And we'll do a few shoulder rotations. So letting the shoulders roll forward and up towards your ears. And then back and down. Feeling the shoulder blades gently squeeze together. So inhaling up. Exhaling back and down. Inhaling up. Exhaling back and down. Let's try going the other direction. Taking the shoulders back and up. Inhale. Forward and down. Exhale. And release and relax. Bring your palms back to rest on your thighs, focusing on your neck now. So imagine you're going to draw a little tiny circle in front of you with your nose. So just begin to do that. Start small with the awareness in your neck. Again, checking in with your breath every so often. And if it feels okay, you can make these circles a little bit bigger. Slow it down. Try slowing it down. See how that feels. Maybe try gently reversing the movement. Just feeling your way through the movement. Taking great care of yourself. Start to make those circles smaller and smaller. Until eventually your head finds its way back to a nice neutral position. And then we're going to turn our head from side to side. So just begin to turn your chin round towards one shoulder. Just meeting the resistance in the neck gently. And then release. And turn your head to the other shoulder. So you should feel a slight squeezing sensation in the neck. Nothing too strong, don't push your way into it. Just work around the edges of it. Nice, slow, steady movement. Just a couple of times to each side. Good. And then relax, coming back to your seated mountain. Nice deep breath. Okay. So just to get the circulation flowing in your body, you might want to do a little bit more of a vigorous movement. So we can do a marching movement. So starting with just the feet, arms by your sides, and just walking on your feet, stepping the feet, lifting one knee then the other. It's a marching movement. And you might notice that naturally the body wants to sway a little from side to side, so you can let that happen. So it's a slight twisting action in the torso. Okay, you can let the movement progressively get a little bit bigger. So you feel now you're lifting opposite arm and knee. Get the breath going. And if you want to make this a little bit more vigorous and challenging, you can take a little high kick as your knee lifts. Little high kick. This is just engaging a lot more muscular activity in your core. Okay, and then make the movement a little bit more relaxed and natural again. And smaller and smaller, so you eventually come back to your seated mountain. Spreading the toes, anchoring the feet, lifting the spine. Take a nice deep breath. So in any short practice, it'd be quite a nice idea just to move the spine in all directions. So we'll start off with cat pose. So cat pose, I'm just turning to the side so you can see my spine. Rounding your back and sliding your hands towards your knees. Let your chin drop towards your breastbone. And then slowly lifting up through your spine, slide the hands back up to the top of the thighs, draw the elbows gently back and in, and lift your chest. Chin lifting as a result of your lifting chest, everything moving in a very integrated way. So just keep that going for a few breaths. Exhale, rounding, and inhale, lifting. Moving your spine, feeling the weight shifting on your seat bones. And then on your next exhale, just simply coming back to your seated mountain pose. And bring your arms to your sides. We'll move into a gentle side bend from here. So just let one ear drop towards your shoulder, and then allow that shoulder to drop towards your hip. Just keeping your chest open and facing the front. Let the arm just relax and dangle down by your side. So we're coming into a side bend. Then we'll come slowly back up again. Feel the weight grounding into the pelvis and the movement traveling all the way back up your spine, head up last. So just the same to the other side. Let's start with the ear dropping to the shoulder, shoulder dropping to the hip, and just coming into a side bend to this side. Good, and up. So you could continue in this way, but if you want to make it a little bit more challenging, you could take your opposite arm up towards the ceiling. Reaching up creates a little bit more length in this side of the body, and then slowly, in the same way, easing to the side. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Good, so just finishing off there. If you have more time, of course, you can do more repetitions. Okay, back to your seated mountain. Let's pause and just take a deep breath or two, just to connect with our bodies, to let everything settle down and to just notice the after effects of that movement in the body. So you might connect with a sense of tingling or warmth or coolness or anything else that comes up for you. Okay, we'll move into a gentle spinal twist now. So either taking your hand to rest on the side of the chair, or you can wrap your arm round behind your lower back and then take your front arm across to the opposite leg. So think tall. Think of dropping the weight into your seat bones and lifting gently up into your crown. And then as you breathe out, just begin to turn the body. Gently spiraling round. Feeling the movement traveling up your body, breath by breath, with every out breath. Every in breath, perhaps thinking of lifting up through the spine and maybe softening the twist a little bit. Just holding for a little while with awareness on the breath. And then when you're ready to release, take a nice big breath in and let your body unspiral. Let it unravel all by itself. Okay, we'll do the same to the other side. Inhale, nice long spine. Exhale, gently turning the body. Spiraling gently round. Just as we did with the neck movement on its own, you're just feeling and meeting the resistance in your body gently. Taking care not to push into it. Just breathe around the edges of it. Bring it to life. Bring the movement, bring the body to life with the breath. Whenever you're ready to release, take a big breath in and just let go of effort. Stop trying. Bringing your hands to rest on your thighs, take a nice deep breath in. Let everything settle. And then just to loosen you off a little bit before you finish your little practice, just start to circle your body. Maybe imagine you're moving from the rib cage. Ribs move to the side, move to the front, to the other side, and then drawing them back and in. So maybe thinking of a belly dancer and how they move. And maybe rotate the other way. Good, and then make those movements smaller and smaller until you find your way back to a nice upright seated position, back to your seated mountain. Make yourself comfortable. And just let's pause, bringing your attention to the breath. Invite your breath to slowly deepen and lengthen. Breathing in, feel your rib cage gently expanding to the front, to the sides, to the back, top and bottom, like a balloon. And breathing out, feel your weight softening into the support of the chair and the floor. Working to deepen your breathing. Always staying within comfortable limits, so there's no sense of strain, there's no difficulty. Working with ease. And just take one more nice deep breath. And just congratulate yourself for doing this little 10-minute home practice. Well done. Once you become familiar with this, then you can get a little bit more creative and add extra movements on or add new movements in. But thank you for practicing.